our lovely farmers. My name is Karo Baraza and welcome to the Amiran Shamba Show. On today's episode, we will be talking about tomato farming, that is the right agronomical practices, the right crop management and the right crop nutrition practices. We are at Kilimo Hakika Farm, and kwa hakika ukifarm vizuri na Amiran utapata mazao bora. Stay tuned for more.
Amiran, jifunze siri ya kilimo cha nyanya chenye mafanikio bora.
Habari Francis.
Nzuri sana Karo.
Asante kwa kutukaribisha kwa shamba lako.
Yeah.
Shamba lako ni safi na kwa hivyo tungetaka tu kujua venye una manage shamba lako, ndio at least wakulima wanaotuona pia wataweza kujua ama kulearn kitu moja ama mbili kutoka shamba lako. So unaweza tueleza tu kwa majina na pia shamba ni ekari kiasi gani, na pia kwa any challenges umeface kumanage kwa nyanya zako?
Yeah, asante sana Karo. Kwa majina naitwa Francis Omenya. Mimi ndio the manager and agronomist in charge of the Kilimo Hakika Farm. Yes, Amiran wamekuwa partner wetu kwa muda mrefu sana, and we really appreciate that partnership kwa sababu through that partnership tumeona kama tumepata mazao mzuri kwa kutumia madawa zao na vitu zingine kadhaa zenye tumetumia. The few challenges tuna meet, they come through for us na inatusaidia sana. Yeah, so at Kilimo Hakika Farm we are about 14 acres. Yes, with around 8 acres on tomatoes. We have 3 acres on kitunguu, and then hizo zingine ni other crops and the office area. Yeah, so like I've mentioned, our main crops ni hiyo nyanya na kitunguu. Yes, and through the partnership tumeweza kutumia products kadhaa za Amiran. So nikianza say for example kwa mbegu, nyanya tumepanda sela kwa hii shamba, tumepanda sela, na kwa kitunguu even at the moment we are doing Neptune F1, that's an Amiran product, and the performance is good. We really appreciate. Yes, on general crop management tumetumia pia products za Amiran kuweza kutibu magonjwa na hata kuweza control insects ambazo tumeweza encounter on our farm. So like on this tomato we've so far been able to use Bigo. We've used Bigo fungicide, na tumetumia, in fact our last spray ilikuwa Goldazim. Yes, Goldazim has been one of our key products because you know our farm we did our soil test and we realized that it's having fusarium wilt. Yes, and so one of our management practices is that we apply Goldazim at transplanting. We drench it to just make sure that we suppress the fusarium wilt in the soil. Tumetumia pia Amiran products kwa kama insecticides. We've done Asterix Stream. Yes, we've done Buffalo. Yeah, and among others. Yes, pia tumetumia on a nutrition aspect. Yeah, you about stimulant tumetumia Prominent. Hata sasa tunapiga Prominent. It's one of the biostimulants tunatumia because you know we are just coming out of the cold season, and one of the challenges that we'll be facing on our farm is water stress. We are using solar to pump our water, and so when there's during this cold season kumekuwa na heavy cloud cover, so maji imekuwa shida. So one of the ways that we've been using to manage that is to spray a biostimulant ambao ni Prominent. Of course we've also done polyfeed on foliar nutrition, na yeah, among many other products that tumetumia za Amiran, and we really appreciate. As you can see, we are having very healthy crops, vigorous growth. Yes, and yeah, we appreciate and we look forward to more of such partnerships and your technical advice moving forward.
Okay.
Thank you.
So naona umesema mko at least na solar ina pump maji. Being Kajiado, most of the people know ni dry area.
Yeah.
So do you think it's recommended for tomato farming? Na pia kama unatumia for tomato farming, nini unaweza eleza wakulima wengine jinsi ya kupanda pengine nyanya hapa Kajiado?
Yes, as we know, Kajiado is a semi-arid region. Water is a very big problem in this area. Yes, and therefore, as a farmer, especially horticulture farming, like we are doing the tomatoes and onions, we use a lot of water. So you must have a backup system. So we have our own borehole. We sank a borehole that we use to irrigate our farm. Yes, and we use solar pump. Main reason is because the cost of fuel is quite high, and to help us manage our cost of production, we decided to go on solar to manage on our production cost. So solar, we don't use any fuel. It's one-time installation, and then it's available throughout as long as the machine is in good condition. So it has been very effective for us, and we've not have any challenges. Of course, the main challenge in Aqua maybe during, like right now, we're just coming out of the cold season, the June-July season. It's been quite cold, very cloudy. So in such instances, we try to ration water, and of course, we're also working on having a backup system for such seasons. And it's just like 1 or 2 months. It's manageable for us at the moment. We've managed, as you can see, the crop is healthy. Of course, a little stress here and there, but then with rationing and occasional, daylight, like now it's shining well, we are able to use the solar to pump water.
Asante Francis. So kwa nini tunaona kama last year na pia part of this year kuna wakulima wanateta sana juu ya pricing ya produce hiyo nyanya.
Yeah.
So wewe nyinyi kama Hakika Farm, how do you overcome your challenge ya pricing ya produce? Huwa mna plant in seasons, ama how do you just overcome the pricing and produce? Ndio pia unaona pia mbegu si ati ni pesa kidogo, mbegu ni pesa nyingi, lakini sasa pia hiyo challenge ya wakati wa kuuza upate bei imeanguka, how do you overcome that?
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Caro. Of course, market and pricing is a big challenge for farmers in Kenya, and we are not left out as a Kilimo Hakika Farm. So one of the things that you do to help us, stay afloat and sustainable is that we are doing an all-season production. We are doing an all-season production. So, like on this farm, we have a section that is already being harvested. We have this section which is almost being harvested. In the next 2-3 weeks, we'll be harvesting this one. And we have a younger tomato which we just transplanted. It's coming up. Yeah, so that's one of the ways that we make sure. So we are doing all season production. We are not like looking for a particular market. So timing, we don't do timing. We do all season production. The other way that we've managed to help us overcome the issue of pricing is to make sure that we are doing more or less like contractual farming. So we have an agreed buyer who off-taker, so it takes up like everything. So ours is to produce, and then so that helps to make sure that you have a ready and consistent market. Yes.
Okay, good to know. So Francis, nimeona like you majorly did in horticulture. Nimeona pepper, kuna onion, kuna nyanya. So what advice will you give to our farmers who are now viewing this, and also now who may have any challenges in horticulture farming?
My advice to the horticulture farmers, I think the biggest challenge that our farmers face is majorly management. Yeah, so at our farm we make sure that we are our farm is run by professionals. The other thing is to just make sure that I know one of the challenges that we are having is we are having many telephone farmers. Somebody is based in the office and then is running things on phone. That's a big challenge in most of the farms that I've visited, or rather have been to. Yeah, and for horticulture you have to be available. Yeah, you can't, something like tomato, you miss being around for even just 1 or 2 days, and the damage can be devastating. Yeah, so you have to have somebody who is always available on the farm to do regular scouting, to make sure that he's updated on the day-to-day activities and challenges that might arise on the farm, and to address them in good time. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, Francis, and thank you for choosing to work with Amiran in this journey. We've heard from Francis about the crop management and him as a farmer and just how they manage and also how they manage post-harvest. So we'll have our technical manager take us through in terms of the crop management, the tomato management, in crop nutrition, crop protection, and any other questions or any other things that affect tomato farming. Stay tuned for more. Welcome back. So you heard from the farmer Francis, and now we're going to hear from our technical manager Boaz.
Hello farmers, my name is Boaz Orlando from Amiran, Kenya. Today we are at this farm where tomato is being grown, and we are just here to tackle a few challenges that tomato farmers are facing. Tomato is one of the most important crop in Kenya, and it is one of the most profitable. If well done, you can really mean some good chunk of money from tomato farming. But other than that, there are a number of challenges that you as a farmer must ensure that you tackle them appropriately. And that one starts from the good agronomical practices, disease management and pest management, as well as crop nutrition. And as Amiran Kenya, we bring the farmers the best solution regarding all those aspects that I've said about. The most important aspect before you start any tomato farming is seed selection, where from Amiran we have a very good variety of tomato that does well in the areas of Kajiado is called Seller F1, and in other areas, if you are in a BW zone, we have a very nice tomato called Answer F1, of which many farmers have done that variety. After seed selection, it's land preparation, ensuring that your crop grows in a weed-free land. And for land preparation, we have a product called Debar. Debar is a non-selective herbicide that clears both grasses and broadleaf weeds just prior to plowing your farm for the purposes of transplanting your tomatoes. And as a farmer, the most important thing to understand is that tomato faces three challenges. One is crop nutrition, lishe. Two is pest management, wadudu ambao wanaangamiza mmea wako wa nyanya. And three is disease management. For crop nutrition, most farmers tend to concentrate a lot on disease and pest management, forgetting about the nutrition. And as Amiran, we say a crop that is well fed leads to very high yields. And for nutrition, we have numerous crop nutrition products, starting with Agromaster fertilizer. Agromaster is a controlled release fertilizer which has different formulations. We have a formulation for planting which is called Agromaster 2032. It is a high phosphorus planting fertilizer for planting tomatoes, can also be used to plant any other crop. The purpose of it is to ensure that your crop develops a good root system. On the very formulations, we have Agromaster 161022, which is a top dressing fertilizer. It is a high potassium fertilizer for top dressing tomatoes. 35 days from transplanting, there about 35 to 42 days from transplanting is the ideal time to top dress your Agromaster. Agromaster, what makes Agromaster to be a very good fertilizer is that it's a control release fertilizer, in the sense that it ensures that your crop gets the nutrients that it requires for a longer period of time. That is basal fertilizers from Amiran, Kenya. Agromaster also has the micro elements. It has calcium, it has boron, it has sulfur, it has zinc, which are required in very minimal quantities but play a very key role in ensuring that your tomato crop grows so well. On foliar fertilizers, I understand that we can use the basal fertilizer like Agromaster, which doesn't leach, neither does it volatilize, but we also have foliar fertilizers that are key in maintaining your tomato crop to look as beautiful as this crop is. initial stages of tomato just immediately after transplanting, the first 3 weeks after transplanting, we have a very nice foliar fertilizer called Agriphyte. Agriphyte is a high phosphorus fertilizer with also potassium that acts both as a fungicide and as a nutrition for your crop. So Agriphyte, you spray it once or twice during the first 3 weeks of your crop just to enhance root development as well as the vegetative growth of your crop. You mix 100 ml in 20 liters of water and you spray once or twice within the first month. After that, the farmer needs now your crop to grow vegetatively to ensure that you have sufficient leaves, you have sufficient suckers, and your crop attains the desirable green color that will enhance photosynthesis and chlorophyll formation. So in that stage, we have a very nice product called Super Nitro. Super Nitro is a high nitrogenous foliar fertilizer with some humus, which enables it to also enable your crop to manage stress. Super Nitro, basically being a high nitrogen, it ensures that your crop develops the right canopy, the necessary canopy, the numerous suckers that it needs just to ensure that it be able to hold as numerous flowers and numerous fruits as possible. At this stage, as you can look at this crop, we are just at flowering stage and initial fruit set. At this stage, we need to incorporate in multi-K, which is a high potassium foliar fertilizer, just to induce more flower production and ensuring that the fruits are developing so well, they are juicy, they have the right taste, and they have the right size. And to prevent these flowers from aborting, because you realize abortion is a challenge to most tomato farmers, and to prevent these flowers from aborting, Amiran gives you a very nice boron foliar fertilizer called Super Boron. Super Boron, which you just do 20 ml in 20 liters of water and spray twice or thrice during the flowering stage, just to ensure that your flowers are not prematurely aborted before they do the fruit set. Once you've ensured that you have sufficient flowers and they're changing into fruits, they are setting into fruits, to maintain your fruits, we have multi-K, just to enhance the size of your fruit, the taste of your fruit, and the color of your fruit. And then we have Grocal MGB, which is a calcium-based foliar fertilizer, which ensures that your crop has the toughest skin possible, increases the shelf life of your tomatoes once you've taken to the market. And number 3, prevent blossom end rot. Blossom end rot is the deformity where the fruit happens to rot on the side that faces the ground, which is a challenge with most farmers. If you're having that, start incorporating Grocal MGB together with multi-K early enough during the early stages of fruit set. And you can spray once or twice during the fruit, once, twice, or at most thrice during the fruiting stage. That one will help you a great deal in ensuring that you have quality fruits. As we heard this farmer earlier, he said sometimes there are stresses that come as a result of drought, that has come as a result of too much water. Just to ensure that your crop is able to withstand harsh environmental conditions, we have a very nice biostimulant by the name Prominent. Prominent is a nice biostimulant that ensures your crop is able to withstand harsh environmental conditions that could be as a result of drought or excess water. So just to ensure that your crop is as beautiful throughout the cropping system, always remember to incorporate Prominent in your sprays. Prominent, you just do 20 ml in every 20 liters of your spray, either at the early stage, either at the vegetative stage or at the fruiting stage. You are comfortable to use Prominent at any of those stages, just to ensure that your crop remains as beautiful and as productive as possible. That is about the crop nutrition solutions that Amiran brings you. Another challenge that farmers face is pests. Pests are troublesome for most tomato farmers, and the first pest that attacks tomato farming immediately after transplanting is the cutworms. You've just transplanted. The cutworms and the jaffa grubs tend to cut your seedlings immediately after transplanting. To curb cutworms, we have Buffalo 100 OD, which you can spray on your seedlings or drench in your soils, just to ensure that you eradicate all soil pests, that is the termites, including jaffa grubs and cutworms. Once your crop has attained the vegetative stage, the next pest that comes and becomes problematic is the aphids. We have the thrips and we have the whiteflies. Aphids, thrips, whiteflies, leaf miners are important pests that affect your tomato crop during the vegetative stage. To eradicate these pests, I'll give you 3 solutions. Buffalo 100 OD can eradicate this in alternation with Aster Extreme from Amiran, Kenya. And then there is another pest which is troublesome to most tomato farmers. Is called Tuta absoluta. Tuta absoluta, we have a very superb product called Prove. You can alternate it with Rapid in order to be able to eradicate Tuta absoluta. Another important pest is red spider mites. Red spider mites is a key pest, whereby we have a very nice product for clearing red spider mites. It's called Nisoran. Nisoran is a nice product whereby you just do 10 ml in 20 liters of water. You can mix with an adjuvant called Amisil. Amisil is an adjuvant just to ensure that the penetration of your chemicals is as perfect as possible to the crop in order to eradicate red spider mites. So those are the most important pests in tomato farming. We have the cutworms, we have the aphids, thrips, whiteflies, caterpillars, and we have Tuta absoluta and red spider mites. The third problem that most farmers face is fungal diseases. Fungal diseases is a key matter that you as a farmer needs to control in your tomato farming. At the initial stage, immediately after transplanting, it is important to eradicate damping off, which affects the young seedlings immediately after transplanting. To eradicate damping off, we have 2 products that you can alternate with. One is called Goldazim. Goldazim eradicates all soil-borne diseases, including fusarium and damping off. You can alternate Goldazim with Proxanil. So you can alternate Goldazim with Proxanil to eradicate fungal diseases that are soil-borne. Either fusarium, either damping off, either root rots, either stem rot. Goldazim and Proxanil will be quite ideal. Once you've attained the vegetative stage, like this crop here, the major challenge for tomato farmers is the blight, early and late blight. Other than blight, we have the septoria leaf spots, we have the alternaria leaf spots that tend to destroy the quality of your foliage, hampering the normal growth of your tomato. To eradicate fungal diseases ama magonjwa ya baridi ambayo yana affect mmea wako wakati imefika vegetative stage, nitakupa dawa 3 ambayo wewe kama mkulima unaweza alternate kuhakikisha kwamba mmea wako unakuwa kwa hali nzuri kabisa. Dawa ya kwanza inaitwa Metacop. Metacop unaweza alternate Metacop na dawa nyingine inaitwa Bigo, na usisahau Proxanil. Na pia tuna ugonjwa ambao inaitwa bacterial spots ambayo pia huaffect tomatoes. Ili kuangamiza bacterial spots, tuna Metacop inaweza kusaidia, na pia unaweza tumia dawa ambayo wakulima wengi wanajua inaitwa Funguran kutoka Amiran, Kenya. Kumbuka tuna stika nzuri sana ambayo ama tunaita adjuvant ambayo kwa wingi mara nyingi inasaidia tu dawa kusambaa kwenye matawi yako vizuri, kuhakikisha kwamba dawa inapenyeza kwenye matawi na kufika mahali popote ambapo aidha magonjwa ama wadudu wamejificha. Dawa hii inaitwa Amisil. Amisil unachanganya mililita 5 kwa kila lita 20 ya maji. Iwe ni dawa ya wadudu, iwe ni dawa ya magonjwa, iwe ni mbolea ya kunyunyiza, kumbuka kuchanganya na Amisil mililita 5 kwenye lita 20 ya maji, kuhakikisha kwamba dawa yako inatumika vizuri na inafika kila sehemu ya matawi yako. Kumbuka kulima na Amiran ili uweze kupata mazao tele na mmea wako uweze kung'ara kama vile tunaona nyanya hii inavyong'ara. Imefika flowering stage na hakuna magonjwa, hakuna wadudu, courtesy of Amiran Crop Protection, Crop Nutrition Products. Wale ambao wanaweza taka kujua zaidi, you can call me through 0797 257 551.
Thank you for having us on your Amiran Shamba show. My name is Rose Kalimi. I'm the agronomist in charge of Kajiado County, and we have various stockists in this region whom you can buy our products from. We have Lenana Agrovet in Kitengela. We also have Lukenya at the Kitengela interchange. We also have Alliance or Mukulima Hodari. He has branches in the River, Kitengela and Isinya. So, and to reach me, you can find me on 0706 470 188 for such excellent services.
Thank you for watching. I've been your host, Karo Baraza, and this has been Amiran Shamba Show. Catch us on the next episode. And remember to like, subscribe, and share. Bye.
Ciao, ciao. See you in the next show.
Amiran, tupo nawe kila hatua, tangu mbegu hadi soko tuko pamoja. Amiran, tuko nawe kila hatua, maarifa yetu, mafanikio yako.
Amiran, our knowledge, your success.